Usain Bolt in his great speed. With all due respect to my Jamaican friends, I usually cheer for the Americans, but Usain Bolt gave it to us. Jamaicans gave it to us. Not only are we intellectually smart, but we're great athletes. Think about the size of that nation when compared to the world. It produces some of the greatest athletes. But more than athletes, you guys produce a spirit that touches a nation. So I'm glad to celebrate just 64 years of independence, a baby, if you will, younger than some of the people in this room, but resilient, committed to advancing not just the Jamaican people, but people across the nation, because when you rise, you give us all permission to rise. And I'm reminded, since I'm in church, that sometimes the answer to our prayers, Pastor, is to get off our knees and take actions. That's what God sometimes tells us. Give ourselves permission to bring to fruition our goals and our dreams. Give yourself permission, Dr. Bryant, to help young people educate themselves. Give yourself permission, Senator Anderson, to challenge the status quo in the hypocrisy at the state capitol. Give yourself permission, Dr. Dongo, to build your foundation that touches and reaches people that are too often forgotten and left behind. You know, I was one of the highest ranking labor leaders in this nation. And I don't say that with a sense of pride. Even though I was one of the highest ranking, I realized that my capacity to make the change that I wanted to make, to be as independent as I wanted to be a servant to the people that look like me and that are too often forgotten about. I had to give myself permission to build an organization. I had to give myself permission, not just here in Atlanta, but around this nation. We build the Federation of Public Service Employees. Here in Georgia, here in Atlanta, bigger, badder, and better than some of the so-called established organizations. And one of my affinities for Marcus Garvey that most people don't know and don't appreciate, he was a trade unionist. He understood, he believed, and demonstrated that we are stronger together than we are divided. But I also recognize the hypocrisy and the duplicity in labor unions. Even here in Georgia, if you look at the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, you won't find many brothers there. And as you drive down Atlanta, look at the skyscrapers being built. And every time you see them being built, I want you to see a pension. I want you to see health insurance. I want you to see a prevailing wage. I want you to see vacation time and sick time. But I only see white people doing the building. We got to do better than that. Every now and then we'll see somebody with a flag that looks like us. We got to do better. We can't yell solidarity. We can't talk about the importance of people being together. And then when it's time for leadership, there's not a lot of people look like us. So that was the genesis where I got off my knees. But before I got off my knees, I was on my knees asking God to give me strength. Give me courage to challenge the status quo. How do I do this without the infrastructure? How do I do this without all the political support that I had? And he gave me permission to do it. I've heard my good friend Amita Embry mentioned earlier today. Amita used to work for me, executive director of AFSCME, largest public sector union in this nation. largest union affiliated with the AFL-CIO, largest contributor to the Democratic Party. It is from that union that I was born. But even in that union, that's probably better than most, we don't or didn't have the liberty and latitude to be impactful to the people that look like me. So the Federation of Public Service Employees were born. And we're across this country, including here in Georgia. Bigger than ask me, I might add to my good friend Amita here in Georgia. And we are trying to do things differently. We want to make sure that our kids are not locked out or left behind. So we give away scholarships unlike most organizations. We put 3 to 4 people in a home a month that people have otherwise told that they could not and did not qualify. This month we put in 28-year-old Haley Evans, who didn't think she can get a home. 64-year-old custodian at APS who had given up on the American dream. At 64, she bought her first home with help from the Federation of Public Service Employees. A union has to be more than just hours, wages, and working conditions. A union is an entity that brings people together and lifts people up together. So I try my best. And let me be clear, I am unapologetically black. But my message is black, white, and brown. My message is Democratic and Republican. And I've learned long ago all Democrats ain't my friend and all Republicans ain't my enemy. But let me be clear, I make no apologies for being intentionally black. But you're talking to a man who was elected to public office by white folks. You're talking to a man who was elected president of his union by white folks. You're talking to a man that was the state director of Utah that don't have a lot of black folks there. So I know how to communicate, but I make no apology. My message would not be any different if there was anybody else sitting in this room. But I also learned to say to myself and to my people, particularly as we talk about independence, give yourself permission to stand in your truth. Give yourself permission to not only talk about being godly, but do godly things. And if you do godly things, don't worry about what's going to happen. And some things may very well happen. But give yourselves permission. So I just wanted to come by and celebrate Jamaican independence. But I also say to my good Jamaican friends, your independence is my inspiration. Your Marcus Garvey has seeded so many of us, including me. And we talk about Bob Marley, and I love me some Bob Marley. But don't be dismissive of your Marcus Garvey. And I will say this, when Martin Luther King visited, and we're in Georgia. Martin Luther King is supposed to be Georgia's favorite son. And when he visited Jamaica, Marcus Garvey's wife gave or presented to him his writings because she wanted to make sure that the spirit and legacy of Marcus Garvey lived forever. So to my public school teachers, I say, speak on him and teach on him. And if you know your history, you know America, you know the FBI, send him to prison, send him to Jamaica. But if you also know, there's a little footnote that he was cleared of all the charges, but we don't know that. So you educate people on that. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee, for that stirring challenge and that call to action to give yourself permission to impact the lives of people that need you to be in their life. And thank you, sir, for giving yourself permission to make a difference in our society and getting yourself in a little good trouble, as John Lewis would say, and making a difference in our community. Can we give Mr. Lee another round of applause? can give yourself permission to make impact. Amen? Amen. At this time, we all get to participate. And so we're going to collect an offering at this time. And so we ask that you would just kind of prepare yourself as we collect the offering. And we're going to sing one of my favorite hymnals as we do that. It's called Great Is Thy Faithfulness. I don't know if there's one verse that really speaks to me. And it says, morning by morning, new mercies I see. All that I have needed, thy hands have provided. I have a witness that's the testimony that you have about the God you serve, that every single morning he's faithful and he's great. So as we collect the offering, you can feel free to stand. We're still in church, amen? And you can sing along as we recognize that our God is great and he is faithful. So please, let's welcome Mr. Roger McFarquhar as he plays Great Is Thy Faithfulness as we collect today's offering.